right now, you guys have that DDS report that you guys run. So if there's any type of error, it's not letting that completion or that disposition come through on its own. That's the same in Aztec. So in Ajax, it's all going to fall into a queue. The queue will hold the cases that you guys will have to work in order for that transmission to attach electronically or automatically. So navigation, to get to the queue, you are going to go to the Queues tab on the main menu, and then click on the DDS work queue. In the DDS work queue, you will have your date range, so you have your activity from and to. Usually a good rule would be to go back to your go live date for the first couple months, that way you don't miss anything. Once you hit search, all of your records will display below. So this one right here, invalid violation date, you have a record type with N. If you don't know what N is, you can hit the drop down. That's going to tell you what each of those letters stand for. So C, if we hit that drop down, C stands for completed. So down here, whatever error we have selected, once we've highlighted it, we will display the information on this grid up top. So we have charges adjudicated. The record type that's trying to come through is a completion. If the charge is already adjudicated at Ajax, they're not going to be able to overlay our disposition with theirs. So that's going to fall into the queue. The case is already adjudicated. So their transmission is blocked from coming through. So we would have to decide, however your court process is, how we would proceed with this. Okay? In this example, there are 32 records that display here between January 1st and January 22nd of 2016 to 2019. That's a very long gap. Never noticed that before. So within those 3 years, you have 32 records. So you would want to make sure you're coming in here and working them. So processing errors in the DDS work queue. We're going to show how to reject back to DDS, correct the error, and then rerun, and then accept the record and manually dock it. So rejecting a DDS transmission. So in this example, we see invalid charge code 2870102A2. We're going to click on the view case details, and this is going to open up our case. So we can then go to our charges and see what we have. We have 2870102A1. In this example, our record is correct. We have the citation in front of us. That's what the officer filed. So what we want to do is reject their transmission by clicking the reject icon and telling them why we're going to reject it. So we have to give them a reject reason. So we're going to tell them that what they have is incorrect, and then give them the correct charge that we have filed in the court. So incorrect charge code entered by DDS, citation was filed with 2870102A1. We are then going to click on the reject check mark. And then that will fall out of the queue.
Do you have to refresh the queue before it'll show it?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Alright, so in this example, we have invalid charge code again down there at the bottom. So we are going to click on the view case details icon. And in this example, they have 28701A. Our case shows 2870102A2. For whatever reason, this was a clerical error. Maybe the clerk typed in the wrong charge code. So we are verifying that with the information in front of us on the citation. So what we have to do is come in here and correct our charge, because we have 28701 on the citation. For whatever reason, it got entered in incorrectly. So we're going to update our information by doing a clerical correction in charge sentencing. We're going to save it, and then we're going to return back to our DDS work queue. We can now click the rerun DDS workflow icon, and if that was the only error, it's going to fall out of the queue. It's now going to attach because our records match. Okay. So accepting and docketing DDS transmissions. So this one says invalid violation date. They show September 20th of 2018. When we do view case details, we see ours is actually October 17th. So So in this example, they just want to show you how to accept it and manually dock it. So we're accepting their error, but we're telling them that we are going to update our system. So we're going to go back into our case, and this is how you would manually enter in the completion. So we're going to add an event to our register of actions. In our category description, it's miscellaneous, and then DDS completed. We're then going to select the charge, and as you can see, there is a cost associated. So we will select the person that the cost will be assessed to, and then your diversion fee will default here, whatever you guys charge for diversions, that will be configured. We're then going to save and close. So now we have the event on our register of actions, but if we go up to our accounting tab, we also have an outstanding balance of $130. That's that diversion fee. If we want to see that, we can go to cost detail and see that the receivable generated is the DDS diversion fee. So then we would be able to just process the check now that there's receivables. The one thing this video doesn't show you, if you are manually docketing and manually assessing a fee, you also have to manually docket the 90. And that's missed in this video. So it's all or nothing. You manually docket all of it. So that 90 would have to go in by the clerk. So you go into case worksheet, disposition 90, submit. So DDS receipting, we got a lot of oohs and ahs on this last week. I think the DDS receipting in here is really easy to work. So we're going to show you how to do receipting on a single case, receipting on multiple cases, and then also DDS hold receipting. So there's actually a hold receipting function specific for just DDS as well. So if you guys get a check and you have to receipt it that day, then when you don't have a case, you do a hold receipt. So DDS receipting. So from the accounting tab on the main menu, if you click on your receipting dropdown, you have an icon that says DDS receipting. We're going to click on that icon. And then in this screen, you can either enter your check number, or you can even search just by agency. You can search by both, or just one. So in this example, they're going to search by the DDS agency, which is Saguaro Traffic School. They're going to click on search. All of the results for Saguaro Traffic School will display. We're going to locate our case in the grid by looking at the case number and citation information. Once we locate it, we're going to put a check mark in the check box. And then down at the bottom, in check amount, we're going to put the total amount that we have in front of us, which is $130. We're then going to click on save. And that DDS check will be applied to that case.
Does it print off a receipt, Kayla?
It does not. And we did get feedback from another court that had wanted that, but I don't know if that's a change that's coming or how they're going to proceed with that. But you will want to talk to your VA about that if that's a concern that you have.
And we'll automatically close it as well?
If that was the only outstanding thing on the case was the one charge and it was satisfied by that DDS, yes.
It'll close the disposition then.
Yeah. So the disposition's gonna come over when the completion's in, and the case is gonna have that, receivable on it. So once you receipt it, if that's the last thing pending on the case, it's gonna close that night.
The receipt itself does exist too, if it's like a one-off and you just need a copy of it, you just would have to go to the register of actions, open it and print it.
Oh.
It just doesn't auto print like the other receipts do.
Yeah, and then it doesn't give you the receipt number from the receipting screen here, but that shows on the register of actions.
Yeah, and like one receipt for like 10 cases, that same event will be on all 10 of those cases.
Alright, so DDS receipting on multiple cases. So we're gonna go again into our receipting drop down and click on the DDS receipting icon. In here, we're gonna enter the agency. And in here, we can see that there are a lot of results that display. We are gonna select the ones that apply to the check that we have in front of us. So we have 1 and 2. We are then going to scroll down to the bottom, And in our check amount, we're gonna put the amount for the check that we have in front of us. So for 2 cases, this will be $260, that's what our check is. So look at the check amount and click on save. That will apply a receipt to both of those cases.
So if you miss a check mark and your check is more, it's gonna give you an error message?
You will see that next.
Oh.
Next slide.